feel like it's a different lifetime that I interned for you, and I feel like you are the hardest working person in the entire world. So I just remember I was young and I had so much, I mean, you're Puff Daddy. I thought it was a puff.
You do.
But we've been known to party with you a few times. What are like, I don't know, you were just at Puff's birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
You forgot about that?
No, that was an epic night too.
Court, I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved.
All right, y'all, brace yourselves because what I'm about to tell you is beyond wild. Kanye West just spilled some serious tea about the Kardashians and Diddy. And when I say it's messy, I mean messy. Let's get into it. So, recently, Kanye has been making some shocking claims about Khloe Kardashian and her connection to music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. According to insiders close to the industry, and y'all know when sources start whispering it's about to get real, Kanye is saying that Khloe didn't just work with Diddy as some harmless intern. He's claiming that Kris Jenner, the matriarch of the Kardashian family, allegedly handed Khloe over to Diddy in exchange for power and access to Hollywood's elite. Yes, you heard that right. According to Kanye, this wasn't just about career, experience, or networking. He says Kris allegedly pimped out her own daughter to one of the most powerful men in the entertainment world, and it doesn't stop there. Kanye claims that he caught Diddy and Khloe in situations that were very inappropriate and very hard to explain away. He didn't just hint at it either. Kanye made it clear that Khloe wasn't just attending Diddy's wild parties to observe or assist behind the scenes. According to him, she was deeply involved in what he called freak-offs, which basically means she was allegedly participating in some very adult, very private, and very disturbing events. And what's even worse, Kanye says she wasn't just there with Diddy, she was allegedly being...
When, Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant, I said I had baby with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. You guys, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton, how many hotels I have now? You have the whole you get what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about that. The Hilton. The Hilton shit. Because I think y'all staying in a Hilton right now. The Edition Hotels is a Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And Paris Hilton had the vision, and then that's what happened. Kim was like the Virgil. Kim was like Paris Hilton's Virgil. And that's what happened. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny, the nanny only power is to take your kids. So Kim's only power is to take my kids. I had a baby with a assistant, bro. And then put her on Vogue. Bro. You can't put no assistant on Vogue, bro. That's exactly Bernardo know that, and it's king time now, bro. No more assistants, no more hugs.
Passed around to other men in his circle. Let that sink in now. If you're wondering where all this tension between Kanye and the Kardashians started, well, it's been brewing for a while. Things began to fall apart after Kanye and Kim Kardashian divorced. The situation reportedly got even worse when Kanye married Bianca Censori. That marriage apparently made Kim feel like she lost whatever control or influence she still had over him. There's even that famous photo from their son's soccer game where Kim and Kanye looked like they were worlds apart. The tension between them was so thick you could feel it just by looking at the picture. Fast forward to now, and Kanye seems like he's done holding back. He recently went live on Twitch and completely unleashed on Kim and her whole family. He said he wished he had kids with Paris Hilton instead of Kim. According to him, Paris had the kind of business mind that could have helped him build true generational wealth.
I definitely was drinking at 16. I did not start drinking till later.
But he didn't stop there. Kanye basically called the entire Kardashian family part of a system he's been trying to break free from for years. He accused them of being fake, manipulative, and controlling. And then he dropped this major bomb about Khloe and Diddy. According to the people spilling the tea, Kanye is saying Kris Jenner gave Khloe to Diddy to gain access to his powerful network in Hollywood. That's a pretty heavy accusation, especially considering all the rumors already swirling around Diddy. Let's be real for a second, letting your teenage daughter work under a powerful music mogul might seem like a smart move if you're trying to help her career. But if that person has a shady reputation, especially involving minors, it's no longer just a career opportunity, it becomes dangerous. And it's not like these rumors about Diddy just came out of now. Here, people in the industry have been whispering about his freak parties and inappropriate behavior for years. Khloe herself once shared that she spent weeks traveling with Diddy. She even admitted he let her drive his expensive cars. That doesn't sound like a standard intern gig, does it? And this is not the first time Kris Jenner's parenting choices have come under fire. Remember Kylie Jenner and her relationship with Tyga? Kylie was only 16 at the time. And there were rumors that Kris allegedly helped set that up to launch.
She didn't go to bed.
I haven't been to bed yet.
You haven't? I want to be Khloe when I grow up, Court.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have.
Kylie's fame, that situation raised more than a few eyebrows, and now, with this new story about Khloe, people are starting to see a troubling pattern. But let's get back to Khloe and Diddy. Sources say Kanye claims he saw things with his own eyes, things that made him feel sick. He allegedly witnessed Khloe engaging in disturbing activities at Diddy's parties, and he insists this started when she was still underage. That's not just shocking, it's horrifying. Even more chilling, a lot of this has been hiding in plain sight. There are old videos where
It's a little dusty, but you know, first shot.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Khloe talks about going to Diddy's parties. People assumed it was just the usual Hollywood party scene, but now, looking back, those clips feel different. In one of them, Khloe casually mentioned that everyone at the party was naked at the time. People just laughed it off, but now, it sounds like a giant red flag we all missed. And let's not forget that video of Khloe talking about how she started driving at 15. She even said she was drinking alcohol young. The whole vibe was off, and when you watch it now, it feels disturbing. Kinda like that clip of a young Justin Bieber meeting Diddy. Remember when Diddy was showing off his cars and telling Justin he was going to give him one? It seemed innocent at the time, but now, it feels like something else entirely. The similarities are hard to ignore. These powerful men lure young stars in with promises of fame, wealth, and a glamorous lifestyle, but what they're actually offering, that's the part that's becoming clearer now, and it's not good. Some fans are questioning why Kanye stayed silent all these years. If he really knew what was happening, why didn't he say anything sooner? But let's be honest, if the recent Diddy trial has shown us anything, it's that some seriously powerful people were attending those parties. Speaking out against them isn't easy. It could have put Kanye in danger. Maybe he stayed quiet back then because he didn't feel safe. Or maybe he was still figuring out how deep everything went. One thing's for sure, Kanye never really messed with Diddy like that. They may have worked together here and there, but Kanye has always kept his distance. He's even posted screenshots before, calling Diddy a fed, implying he was working with law enforcement. That's a bold claim, but it lines up with something a lot of people have wondered. How has Diddy avoided getting in trouble for so long, despite all these rumors? The only answer that makes sense to some folks is that he's been protected. Protected by people in high places. Kanye even showed up briefly at Diddy's recent trial. But he didn't stay long. Insiders say he left after hearing a witness describe something deeply disturbing. Whatever he heard was apparently enough to send him running, and now, he's not holding back. He's calling out Kris Jenner for allegedly sacrificing Khloe to gain favor in Hollywood. He's saying Khloe was deeply involved in Diddy's disturbing world and that this started when she was just a teenager. Naturally, fans have been going wild in the comments. Some people are saying the way the Kardashians latched onto Diddy was straight up disgusting. Others feel like this explains a lot about Khloe today, why she's so overprotective as a parent, why she struggles with trust, and why she seems so guarded in public. Many are also pointing fingers at Kris Jenner, saying she sold all her daughters to the highest bidder. That's a heavy accusation, but after hearing this story, it's not hard to see why people feel that way. There's even an old clip from the Kardashians' reality show where someone casually mentions into Diddy's world for fame and connections. Or is there another side to this story that we haven't heard yet? Whatever the truth is, one thing is clear: this story is far from over. And as more details come out, the pressure on the Kardashian family is only going to grow. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video because baby, if you thought this was wild, you haven't seen anything yet.